श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनो मुकुर सुधारी बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फल चारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत तुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ ब्रज ओ ध्वजा बिराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया हम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंहि दिखावा बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरा भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति किन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सबदन सुमिरो जस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद सारद सहित अहिषा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँ को विद कहीं सके कहाँ ते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही किन्हाना पद दिन तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माई जल दिलादि कहे अचरज नाई दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम रे ते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे हो तन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हाकते कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे जहाँ वीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन कर्म वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुआरे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के लासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित न धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख कर संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीर। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाथ। जो सतवार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो या पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेरा, कीजे नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Sandeep. Hari Om. Let us fold our heads. Okay.
Thank you for that great Hanuman Chalisa, Mukeshji. Hari Om. My name is Sandeep Thakurdeen, and it is my pleasure to be emceeing this program today. I would now like to take this time to hand the mic over to Lakshmi Aunty for opening prayers.
Hari Om. Let's fold our hands together and start our prayers. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Satyam vada dharmam chara matrudevo bhava pitrudevo bhava acharya devo bhava atithi devo bhava. Vakratunda mahakaya suryakoti samaprabha Nirvignam kuru me deva sarvakaryeshu sarvada. Saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini. Vidyarambham karishyami siddhir bhavatu me sada. Samasta jana kalyane Niratam karunamayam namami chinmayam devam sadgurum brahma vidparam. Hari Om. Welcome everybody to the graduation, and let's proceed.
Hari Om. My name is Parisha, and I am privileged to be the MC for today and be in the Yato Dharma class. Next, we have our Gita chanting class, which we are incredibly blessed. It is indeed a very program, and we thank Gayatri Aunty for her support. Now let us see a short video that they have prepared.
Hari Om. My name is Gayatri Murali Rajan. By God's grace and Gurudev's blessings, I teach the Bhagavad Gita chanting class at our Vihar. This year we learned chapter 2 verses 1 to 38. It gives me a great pleasure and happiness to see the children chant the divine song. Now let us see our children from the chanting class chant some verses from chapter 2. Hari.
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः सांख्ययोगः सञ्जय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषिदं तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः
अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं संख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हार्वरिसूदन
गुरुन् हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं वैक्षमपीह लोके हत्वार्थकामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिक्तान्
न चैतद्विद्मा कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धर्तराष्ट्राः
कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्
सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तपः न योत्स्य इति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः
अनुवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासून गतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः
मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तान् तितिक्षस्व भारत
यं हि न व्यथयन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ समदोकसुखं धीरं सोमृतत्वाय कल्पते
अन्तवन्त इमे देहाः नित्यस्योक्ताः शरीरिणः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणः न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे ॐ तत्सत् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Thank you very much for that great Gita chanting presentation. The children did a wonderful job. Now I would like to introduce Brahmacharini Shubhani ji, who will now deliver her address and appreciate the volunteers.
Hari Om everyone. Om Chinmaya Satgurave Namaha. Today is a very special day as we are culminating another year of Bala Vihar. And I know this year was a little bit tough for all of us because we had a whole year of online classes and we couldn't interact with the children as much as we would like. We couldn't do certain activities that we wanted to do, but yet we pulled it through. And this is all because of our teachers and all of our volunteers. To all of our teachers, I know that you're so busy. You have your own families, some of you are working, some of you are doing so many things, but yet you take the time to come, to share, to prepare, and to reflect upon these deep lessons with our children and youth. To all of our volunteers, You're behind the scenes, starting our Zoom classes, putting all the videos together, up late at night, editing, admitting people to the waiting list, doing everything possible for this to function seamlessly. And we might not see you, but we know you're there. And we really, really are grateful to you. And I also wanted to take a moment to show our gratitude and appreciation for Lakshmi ji, who starts our assembly, leads us into prayers, and tells us such wonderful stories. She really keeps us all connected as a family. In our Chinmaya Mission pledge, it says we stand as one family. And I hope you feel the same as me when I say this past year, we have stood as a family. And I look forward to seeing all of you in September. Please do register soon. We have an early bird discount that they will email you about. So please do register, and I will see you in September. Hari Om.
Thank you, Shibani ji, for that amazing speech. Now let us watch 2 of our 6 incredible classes. Let us see what the Bala Ramayana and the Bala Bhagavatam classes have been up to this year.
Hari Om. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane.
Birame ko pite birame ko khate birame ko pite birame ko sote birame ko Rama Rama Ram sote birame ko Rama Rama utte birame ko ho bette birame ko ho utte birame ko ho bette birame ko ho filte birame ko ho Rama Rama Ram pante birame ko ho लिखते भी राम कहो पढ़ते भी राम कहो लिखते भी राम कहो सुनते भी राम कहो राम राम कहते भी राम कहो जितते भी राम कहो कहते भी राम कहो जितते भी राम कहो आते भी राम कहो राम 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 आते भी राम कहो राम 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 कहो रोते भी राम कहो हंसते भी राम कहो रोते भी राम कहो गाते भी राम कहो राम 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 गाते भी राम कहो राम 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 पुरो राम 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 Sabda masole, kudika modumya masole. Sabda modumya masole, kudika modumya masole. Tumba modumya masole, namayamaya.
Nikkumbodum Rama solle, ukkarumbodum Rama solle. Nikkumbodum Rama solle, ukkarumbodum Rama solle. Suttumbodum Rama, suttumbodum Rama solle. Ram Ram Ram
Boda Rama sole, yelle damboda Rama sole. Parakimbo Rama sole, yelle damboda Rama sole. Kekambo Rama sole, Rama Rama Ram. Tumbudum Rama sole, Jakumbudum Rama sole. Utumbudum Rama sole. Jakumbudum Rama sole, Sukumbudum Rama sole, Rama Rama Rama.
சிரிக்கும்போதும் ராமா சொல்லு அழுகும்போதும் ராமா சொல்லு சிரிக்கும்போதும் ராமா சொல்லு அழுகும்போதும் ராமா சொல்லு பாடும்போதும் ராமா சொல்லு ராம ராம ராம் பாடும்போதும் ராமா சொல்லு ராம ராம ராம் சொல்லு ராம 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 ராம் 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 ராம்.
Hari Om. We are Bal Bhagavatam teachers and we present to you our class songs.
Akhandamardakaram vyaptam yena characharam tapmadam
दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Lord Vishnu is blue with a peaceful face, peaceful face, peaceful face. Lord Vishnu is blue with a peaceful face. Om Namo Narayana. The chakra on his finger goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Chakra on his finger goes round and round. Om Namo Narayana. The gada in his hand goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The gada in his hand goes up and down. Om Namo Narayana. The shankar in his hand goes come, 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 come. The shankar in his hand goes come, come, come. Om Namo Narayana. The padma in his hand goes boom, 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 boom. The padma in his hand goes boom, boom, boom. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Keshava Hari, Keshava Hari, Keshava Hari, Keshava. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Madhava Hari, Madhava Hari, Madhava Hari, Madhava. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Govinda Hari, Govinda Hari, Govinda Hari, Govinda. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Chinmaya Hari, Chinmaya Hari, Chinmaya Hari, Chinmaya. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Radhe 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 Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anathanatha Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Nanda Kumara Navanita Chora Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anathanatha Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Purana Purusha Punya Sukha Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anathanatha Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Pandharinatha Panduranga Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anathanatha Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda Jai Jai Vittal Jai Hari Vittal Radhe Govinda Vrindavana Chanda Vrindavana Chanda Anathanatha Dina Bandhu Radhe Govinda.
Now we will see the preteens of my 24 teachers in India, the sacred land.
Hari Om everyone, my name is Diana Thakurdeen. This year, Geeta Auntie and I are very privileged to teach the 4th graders. Given the circumstances that we are in, we tried our best to enrich our children about this beautiful culture of ours. Our Children are very precious to us, and our time together was worth it. I am looking forward for next year. Hari Om.
Hari Om. I am Gita Nayak, and this year I have privilege to teach Sivam class with Diana ji. The curriculum for the class is My 24 Teachers and Krishna Krishna. The kids with their curious questions and fresh interpretation of the subject we are teaching lead us to reflect more and more on what we are teaching. Hari Om. Thank you very much.
Om Patram Karnevi Shriyam Devaha Patram Pakshimamshibhaya Jatraha Sirerangahi Sustuva Sastanobihi Yadze Dervitam Yadaya.
Hari Om. My name is Priyanka from the My 24 Teachers class. My favorite lesson is the pigeon. I like it because it teaches this valuable lesson. When you are attached to something, you cannot think through the situation properly. This is the lesson I learned. Never be attached to things. Hari Om.
Hari Om. I'm Jen Rowell. My favorite topic this year is my 24 teachers. In my 24 teachers, we learn from living and non-living things. I think we can learn important things from nature, such as not being attracted to something like a moth is too light. I will apply this when I grow up by not being on the phone and watching too much TV. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My name is Ethan, and my favorite lesson from my 24 teachers was about the sun. It was about the sun because the sun shares with everyone, and in the future it'll help me buy people don't have the toys that I don't have, and I do, I'll share it with them. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My name is Nina Park. A lesson that really stood out to me was about attachment. It was about a deer following the music because he liked it so much. A real-life situation is about a kid running to catch up to an ice cream truck to buy it. I realized that kids can put themselves in danger for something that is not healthy. It helped me think about my decisions.
Hari Om, my name is Shreya, and I'm from Krishna Krishna Everywhere and my 24 teachers. My favorite story is the story where Krishna has finally killed Kamsa. What I learned from this was to stick up for what is right and keep fighting for it. You can apply this in your daily life by making good choices and thinking about your actions before doing them. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Namaste. My name is Rani Dilani. I learned many lessons from Bala Vihar class, but most important to me were moral stories and dharmic knowledge that will help me improve my life. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om, everyone. My name is Sumi, and along with Savitriji and Rachinji, I was the co-teacher this year for India, the Sacred Land. This year, being online, we did many new and exciting things with our class. Along with covering all our topics specific to India, its symbols, gurus, festivals, we took a virtual Google Earth Char Dham Yatra and visited temples all over India. We visited the colorful landscapes of India through our incredible India series of videos, which gave the children the chance to learn about the richness of India's landscapes. We had a live musical session with our talented children as well. Through our Attitude of Gratitude family sessions, we learned how during this unique and difficult phase of life during COVID, our Bal Vihar children and families maintained a positive and grateful attitude. We may not have been in person this year, but our class was exceptionally enjoyable, educational, and interactive. We're grateful for this experience of being online, which showcases the adaptability and strengths of our children. Our children will now share a little bit about the main topics they learned in this class. Hari Om.
Hari Om, my name is Adishri Das, and I'm from the India the Sacred Land class. Today I'll be talking about gurus. A guru is a religious teacher who passes down information. A guru can help you in your spiritual journey, like an advisor or a mentor. They help you discriminate between the good and the bad. One well-known guru is Swami Chinmayananda, who inspired the Chinmaya mission. He spread knowledge of Hinduism. One of Gurudev's quotes says, "Children are not empty vessels, but lamps to be lit." I think that the meaning behind this quote is very important. This saying teaches people that kids have the capability to do big things, but they must be taught first. They are not as incapable as people may think they are. These are some of the values that we learn from our gurus. In our class, I learned all about this. Thank you. Hariom.
Javier, my name is Divik Sohan, and today I will be talking about what I learned about temples from my class, India, the Sacred Land. Well, you might be thinking, why are temples such a big deal for our culture and why should we go there? Temples are places of worship and gathering for the community. Temples are structures where statues or paintings of goddesses, idols, or religious objects are placed. North and South Indian temples vary in size and architecture. Something amazing that I learned is that our ancestors built and carved these wonderful temples by hand without any technology or machines. Every Saturday I go to Shiv Shakti Peeth temple with my family to pray and give gratitude. This temple makes my mind calm, and this is one of the reasons I enjoy going to this temple. Haviom, thank you.
Hariom, my name is Neha. I am in the Sundaram class. This year in our class, we learned about the different festivals that make our India a sacred land. This year, we learned about the festivals of Diwali, Vasant Panchami, Shivaratri, and Holi, where our class did a presentation at assembly. Celebrating all the festivals while living in America with our Bala Vihar family is important to me because it teaches me about my rich culture and traditions and how these festivals started. My favorite festival is Diwali because it signifies light over darkness. That is why we light diyas and visit friends and family. I also like Diwali because I get to light firecrackers and eat sweets.
Hariom, I'm Kieran Thompson, and I'm a student in the Sundaram class. This year in our class, we did the series called Incredible India, in which we learned what makes India the country it is by traveling all over India through a series of videos in Google Earth. I discovered many unbelievable facts about India. We saw the mighty Ganges River and the snow-capped Himalayan mountain ranges in the north, the mysterious Ajanta caves in western India, and the Sundarbans National Park in eastern India, the magnificent temples, gigantic forts, and exquisite palaces in the south. We also took a Chardham Yatra through Google Earth. My favorite part of Incredible India is the Mysore Palace with its majestical size and breathtaking lights display. Thank you and Hariom.
Wow, that was truly amazing. Now let us see what the key to success and the Yata Dharma Tata Jaya class have been doing.
Hari Om. We are the Key to Success class. We have been studying Vibhishan Gita. It is composed by Tulsidaji and it captured conversations between Rama and Vibhishana about values that are key to success. Students have tried their best on understanding and reciting verses from Vibhishan Gita. So let's get into Vibhishan Gita.
Howdy, everyone. Today my class is going to be chanting the verses of the Vibhishana Gita. The verses represent the conversation between Ramha and Vibhishana. During the battle, Ramha tells Vibhishana about the Dharma chariot and what each part of it represents. Once Vibhishana realizes what they mean, he says to Ramha, "O Ramha, an embodiment of grace and bliss, the metaphor of the Dharma chariot, you have given me valuable instructions and guidance for life." Now we will begin chanting the verses.
Ravanurati virata raghupira deki vibhishana payo adira adikpriti manaba sandeha pandicharan kaha sahita saneha.
Nathana ratana hitana padatrana ke hibidhi jita babira balavan sunahu sakha kaha kripa nidhana Jehim Jaya Hoy Sosyam Danana.
सूरज धीरज ते हिरत जाका सत्यशील ध्वजा पताका
Ala Bibeka Dhamma Parahita Kori Samakapa Samata Raju Joy.
Isna Bajuna Sarti Sujana Piviti Charna Santos Krapana
Ana Parashu Buddhi Shakti Prachanda Parati Jnana Katina Kotanda Amala Chala Manatrona Samana Samajam Niyama Sili Mukanana
Kavacha Abheda Bipra Guru Puja Ehi Sama Vijaya Upayana Duja Sakha Dharma Maya Asarata Jakan Jitana Kahamna Katahuru Putakan
Maha Ajay Sansari Pujiti Sakai Sobir Jake Asflato Hoi Thread Sunahu Saka Matidir.
Now we will tell you the meaning. The wheels of the chariot are of valor and patience. Truthfulness and good character are its flags of victory and safety. The horses of the chariot are strength, discrimination, self-control, and caring for others. Its reins are made up of the ropes of forgiveness, compassion, and equanimity. Devotion to God is the intelligent charioteer. Dispassion is the shield, and contentment is the sword. Charity is the axe, understanding is the missile, knowledge of the self is the bow.
A pure and steady mind, Amala Kalamana, is the quiver Throna. The arrow Silimukha are peacefulness of mind, Sama, the five noble values of life, Yama, and the daily disciplines of Nayama. The unbreakable armor, Kavach, is a devotion to the Guru and to learn people. O friend, there is no other means by which to gain everlasting victory besides having such as Dharma chariot. O friend, a person who has his chariot of Dharma has no more enemies to conquer in this world. He alone is a great hero who destroys the enemy of Sanad. Very difficult to conquer, who has firm abidance in these virtues is an intelligent person. This concludes our presentation. Hari Om.
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये.
My favorite character is Yudhishthira. He is a wise king. He always sees the good in people, and he sometimes makes errors. An example of how he's wise is that when all his brothers succumbed to the demon while trying to get water, he answered the god's question, and he saved his brothers.
One lesson I learned was when someone does something wrong to you, instead of going down to their level, lift them up to yours. This means to not take revenge on someone, which is using your energy for destruction, but instead use it for construction. This was when Duryodhana was getting revenge on the Pandavas with the palace of wax.
The truth will always come out. Karna lied to his teacher about his heritage, but ultimately the truth about his heritage came out and he was cursed. In this lesson, we learned that the truth always has a way of coming out. When you lie, you have to constantly lie to keep up the original lie. One day you may slip up and the truth will be revealed.
So there was one lesson where Arjuna was fighting a hunter, but it turns out the hunter is Lord Shiva. And what it means is that nothing is ours. He actually had a lot of ego. And like everything comes with God, and if we start to possess, we become possessed. And the only thing that is ours is our ego.
One key takeaway I took from the Mahabharata was that you shouldn't stay silent during times of adversity. This could be seen with situations involving Draupadi and Abhimanyu. In Draupadi's ordeal, none of the elders stood up for her when she was being humiliated by Dusashan, and she called them out on their adharmic behavior.
I have learned the value of true friendship, and I've learned this from Sudama and Krishna, as they were classmates and very good friends. Lord Krishna was a king, yet Sudama was a poor Brahmin, but the difference did not come in the way of their true friendship. And with no expectations, the good friends proceeded, and without money serving as an issue, they were there for each other when the time came, and they were trustworthy.
One of my favorite characters was Arjuna. This is due to because his dedication to his guru and also the skill he showed in archery. One of the key takeaways I learned is that you shouldn't do things out of your own greed. This is like apparent when Yudhishthira gambled away everything he owned because he thought he was going to win more.
Putting your pride and ego away is very important in such an event of when the Pandavas were exiled because they had to put their pride in order to disguise themselves as commoners and people, even though they were in the highest level, but that was done to protect themselves. So then they wouldn't be exiled all over again.
My favorite story was when Mother Ganga put her kids in the river, and I just really enjoyed it because I found it interesting and showed me how everyone has a motive behind the things they do.
From Bhavya this year, my favorite character was Arjuna. From Arjuna, I learned about mind-body alignment. Mind-body alignment is performing an action with the full focus of the mind and body. By practicing mind-body alignment, I can achieve all my goals in life.
My favorite story from the Mahabharata is the Palace of Illusions. In this story, Duryodhana trips in the palace because he couldn't see what was really in front of him. This story teaches us that if our minds are impure, we cannot differ between illusion and reality.
The main lesson I learned from the Mahabharata is to always do your duty and what is right, which is dharma. My favorite character was Bhima because of his amazing strength, which he always used wisely.
This year, our junior chicks learned life lessons from our Mahabharata and were privileged to be taught by our Shubhaniji. These lessons come from our scriptures and itihasa and are a perennial source of spiritual strength. As we make decisions at every moment in our lives, reflecting on the principles of dharma and truthfulness helps us make good choices. We heard from the students some examples of what we learned this year and that are applicable to our daily lives. Have a wonderful summer, be happy, and be well. Hari Om.
Now let us welcome the president of Chinmaya Mission New York, Sri Jagdish Ji Rao, who will now address the congregation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hopefully all of you can hear me. It's really a great pleasure to be with all of you once a year when we have, this is the high point of Bal Vihar really, when we have our graduation event. And yesterday I had the pleasure of being with the Manhattan Bal Vihar graduation teams as well and all the kids. And today it's such a joy seeing all of you, especially when we all get an idea of all the things that you have been learning this year and what you've done. I'd like to start first with expressing my sincere thanks, and I speak on behalf of all of our board of directors of Chinmaya Mission New York, to Lakshmi Kapadia ji and Shubhani ji, Brahmacharni Shubhani ji, for being able to so successfully organize and conduct Bal Vihar despite all the problems that we have had because of the pandemic, when we are not able to meet physically, and doing this on Zoom so successfully and with such great participation truly is a tribute to both of you and all the teachers, which I'll come to in a minute, and your organization skills. And we really owe a debt of gratitude to both of you. So Lakshmi ji, sincere thanks to you. Your dedication and your motivation is amazing. You're the inspiration behind Queens Long Island Bal Vihar. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us every day. And Brahmacharni Shubhani ji, you of course are the motivating spirit behind why all the kids come for these classes. And we are deeply thankful to you for how you energize the community of our children. And just looking at their wonderful radiant faces and the way they chant the Gita, the way they talk about what they learned in Ramayana, all the life lessons that they have been learning, we are building great citizens for the future. And that's the importance of Bal Vihar. Ever since Gurudev started this long ago, he said that the foundation on which the whole Chinmaya mission rests is Bal Vihar. He has always highlighted that because children are our future. They are the ones who will carry the work of this mission forward. But most important, living in the United States, far away from India and still imbibing our culture, not forgetting our values and our heritage, and building such role model citizens is what you all do. So the work that our Bal Vihar teachers are doing day in and day out, and our parents who are encouraging them and are the guiding spirit behind why the children attend Bal Vihar, I think is just amazing. This is what makes the difference, actually, our organization versus many other such spiritual organizations who do a lot of good community service as well, is that we are not only teaching adults and we are not only teaching Vedanta, but we are building the citizens of the future, responsible citizens of the future who will be an asset to whichever nation they live in and will to whatever community they are part of. So thank you so much to all our teachers in particular. I caught just a few names, those of you who introduced yourselves. Certainly, thank you to Gayatri ji, Lakshmi Alagappan ji, Geeta Nair ji, Diana, Sumi, Savitri ji, Rachna, Mukesh, Jyoti, and please, my apologies for those whose names I didn't catch, but all of you are just doing such a wonderful job. Please continue. You are the foundation. It's always the teachers. Whatever all of us are today, we all acknowledge is because of our teachers who taught us when we were small children. And so you are all building great citizens, responsible citizens who will contribute, who will always give more than they take for the future. So thank you for what you're all doing. This is just truly phenomenal. You know, a few statistics. I was speaking with Lakshmi ji last night, and I was quite amazed that despite all these challenges, we had 80 children, 80, over 80 children participate in Bala Vihar this year in Queens, Long Island, which is a testament to all of your resolve and all the efforts that the volunteers, the teachers, and the parents have all put in from more than 50 families. Equally important, and I saw the same thing yesterday, there are about 220 children in Manhattan, Bal Vihar, 80 here. We've got 300 plus children in our broader Chinmaya Mission New York community in Bal Vihar. It's not just all the activities that you outlined, but what was particularly heartening was that the families have participated. More than half the families regularly participate in all of the other Chinmaya Mission activities as well. And one specific case, when Brahmacharya Shubhaniji led the fantastic effort a few weeks ago to raise money for COVID relief in India, especially for our Chinmaya Hospital in Bangalore and other hospitals too, was the amazing response, all really from Chinmaya Mission supporters, parents, Bal Vihar families, and in the space of 2 weeks, just through crowdsourcing, she was able to inspire everyone to raise $75,000. We had a target of $50,000. We hit $75,000 in a few weeks' time. That's a testament to what binds this community together. So the Bal Vihar Foundation, which Gurudev mentioned, truly does build a really great community. And that's what we are all so proud of as to what we're doing here. So please continue with your good work. The activities, hopefully next year, I know we're going to start again online with Zoom in September, but if the situation improves and based upon the guidance from the New York City and state school commissioners, etc., once we're able to go back physically, hopefully sometime, not in the too distant future, certainly I assume early next year at the latest, but hopefully maybe even before that, we'll all be able to meet in person again. You all are just doing such a wonderful job that clearly you've proven that a minor inconvenience like COVID will not come in the way. So I just want to thank you on behalf of all the board members, how grateful we are for the efforts that you put in. What you all do every day is far, far more important than anything else that goes on in Chinmaya Mission. I can tell you that. Because as I said, it's not just about what we do today. We're building for the future. And investing in our children is the best thing that we can do. And so the seeds that you're planting in today are so evident in the radiant faces of the children, the way they speak, the way the respect in their voices, the knowledge of our culture, the beautiful recitations in Sanskrit, the way they're chanting. Small children reciting Bhagavad Gita shlokas is just a pleasure. It is music to anyone's ears who listens to it. So thank you so much for what you all do. Whatever I say is not going to be enough to thank you for what wonderful things that you are all doing for our children. And let's continue. I think this encouragement that the fact that even in the times of COVID that we did not give up on Bal Vihar and we did not give up on all our Chinmaya Mission activities, which on Zoom, by the way, have been at a record level this year for all other activities as well. And so I join all the other board members, Jatinji, whom I can see standing behind Lakshmiji right there, who is always quietly there in the background, but the moving force behind Chinmaya Mission New York, and our other board members as well, Anjali ji, Gayatri ji, and all the rest of our board members in thanking you once again for what you do. So without further ado, this is not the time for me to be speaking on and on. I'm used to, by the way, I can speak for 1 more hour if necessary, and it will still not be enough to praise all of you for what you do. But let's get on with the children's program, because what we really are enjoying today is listening and seeing what our children have achieved in this past year. Thank you all once again. Hari Om. So back to the compeers. By the way, both of you are doing a phenomenal job. I couldn't catch your names, but both of you, the kids who are doing the MC work today, just brilliant. I can see that you're going to be very successful in life. Great public speakers too. The confidence you're displaying is just terrific. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that speech. Throughout the years, we have had many teachers who we would not be the same without, and we strongly appreciate all that they do for us. Let us watch a small teacher's testimonial, which is a small tribute for every single thing that they do for us.
I'm gonna tell you the things that I like. I like the story time. I like the arts and crafts. I like the yoga poses and the bhajans we sing. Bye.
And I had too much fun in this class, and my favorite part was art. And I liked when they made the necklace for Sita with the tissue paper flowers. I would like to thank Lakshmi Ji and Vandana for teaching me this year and teaching me all the bhajans and making me smarter and try my best.
I love my Vihar teachers because they tell so many interesting moral stories that add a great message. They also help us learn to sing and memorize our class bhajans and make us play fun games. I excitedly wait every year for Mother's Day as we get to celebrate the family day.
Thank you to my 3 amazing teachers, Miss Lakshmiji, Miss Archanaji, and Miss Reshmiji, who all made my class fun with lots of learning. My favorite part was listening to the stories from the Bhagavatam. This book teaches you how to love God. Hari Om and thank you. I like my class because my teachers tell me stories about Bhagwan, religion stories, different fields about Bhagwan. Make us play games, quiz, music, and Hanuman Chalisa, and show us videos about temples of India.
My teacher is Archana Auntie, and she taught me all about the avatars.
I appreciate them because they tell me stories about Bhagavan and play games with me. They tell me the importance of Lord Vishnu. They make learning fun and interactive by playing games and giving quizzes.
I want to thank my teachers Lakshmiji, Archanaji, and Lakshmiji for teaching me about 10 avatars of Vishnu. I really liked Ram avatar because he destroyed lots of demons. Hari Om.
I want to say thank you to Archanaji, Rashmiji, and Lakshmiji for teaching me about God and being the nicest teachers to me. What I like about my teachers is that they read me lots of fun stories about God, and I would like to learn more and more about God.
I love my Bhavihar teachers because they teach me slokas, bhajans, and many moral stories. They always help us correct our Sanskrit or Hindi pronunciations, and they always help us to do our best. I look forward every week for my Bhavihar class as I get to learn more from my wonderful teachers.
I like my class because my teachers tell me stories about Bhagwan, different prayers, make us play games, music, Hanuman Chalisa, and show us videos and temples of India. Hari Om.
Gita Ji's stories are very fun and are always very interesting and keep us listening. Diana Ji's riddles make us think, but the answer is very cool and always makes sense.
They answer all my questions and make sure I get everything through and through before they move on. Though it's on Zoom, the learning is still fun and we get to do a lot of activities.
Today I would like to thank my teachers Geeta ji and Naina ji. I had a good experience in the class because of the adventure stories of Krishna. These stories taught me important values in the life, such as to be brave.
Very special thank you to my teachers Miss Sumi ji, Miss Savitri ji, and Miss Ranjali ji, who made my class fun with lots of learning. My favorite part was looking at the videos in Google Earth that showed amazing facts about India.
This year, we learned about the wonders of India. We learned about festivals, gurus, temples, and culture. I would like to thank my teachers for the knowledge that they have given me.
I like my class because my teachers teach me very interesting Tamil knowledge. They teach me in very fun and interesting ways. They also show us videos and slideshows. We also take quizzes. We learn and have fun at the same time. Haviyam.
In our class, we learned all about India through videos, slideshows, and Google Earth trips. We had so much fun, and I'm so grateful to my teachers for providing me with this knowledge. I would like to thank my teachers for giving me this amazing online experience of everything. Thank you, and hurry up.
I learned a lot about India that I never knew about from this class. We all share our thoughts and experiences with holidays and traditions, and overall, this has been a great year with my fantastic teachers.
My teachers are very dedicated, and I learned a lot from them. I learned about India, the sacred land, and teachers taught us about Indian mathematicians, astronomers, gods, temples, inventions, and also spices of India. I am thankful to my teachers for their outstanding support.
One way that my teachers positively impacted me was that they connected with us in a way that made me more eager to learn about our topic. Also, they tied in the qualities of the Dharma chariot with real-life examples, which made me better understand why we need to use these qualities in our everyday lives.
From the Sundaram class and from my teachers, I have learned about the Dharma chariot and one important lesson from the Dharma chariot, which is dispassion. Dispassion taught me how to make logical decisions and detach from objects or random things.
I love all my Bhaviyar teachers. I have learned many things from them. This year, I have learned about the Dharma chariot and to be always generous to others. Thank you.
This year, my teachers are super understanding and generous. They teach in a calm way, which helps make learning easy. One thing that had a big impact on me that they taught me was that happiness comes from within. This helped me remember the importance of being content with oneself. They teach in such a nice way, and I really love the environment they set up. It's fun and safe. Thank you for teaching me. Hari Om.
I want to thank them for teaching me the true key to success, which is self-knowledge. They would always try to make class the best learning experience for all of us, and they would try to make it more fun for us by adding games and activities.
My teachers impacted me and my classmates in a positive way by teaching us important life lessons from the Mahabharata, such as staying true to your dharma and good decision making. Although we were placed in such abnormal circumstances due to the pandemic, my experience in this class was still a very good one because Shubhani-ji and Sanjay-ji made this year's class as interactive as possible through fun projects and group activities in class.
I want to thank our teachers for always connecting the lessons we learned from the Mahabharata to real-life situations so that we could better understand them. They also allowed us to have discussions and interact with each other.
Initially, I was not too thrilled about learning the Mahabharata because it's complex, but they helped me become more interested in it as they made it easier to understand. They also made sure we had interactive lessons with breakout rooms and sometimes even Jeopardy! This also helped me be more open-minded towards learning new topics. Hari Om.
In class, I learned extensively about the Mahabharata, and we focused specifically on life lessons to take away from the events and the actions of the Pandavas and Kauravas. I really appreciate how my teachers were creative in structuring the lessons, such as by creating acronyms and formulas of morals to follow after discussions and having the class create stories resembling the events we covered in the Mahabharata.
Despite the challenges with COVID this year and Zoom, our teachers still made a way to keep the class engaging, and we still learned stuff about it. This year, we studied extensively about the Mahabharata and the adventures of the Pandava brothers and how they dealt with life, and we learned the lesson about how one should stay true to the Dharma.
Hari Om. My name is Arpita
We have had multiple celebrations and festivals on Zoom, even in these trying times. We will now watch a video highlighting these joyous occasions.
मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलो अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेकं निरानन्दमानन्दमद्वैतपूर्णं परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम
गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपं चिदाभासकं सर्वगं ज्ञानगम्यं मुनिध्येयमाकाशरूपं परेशं परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेम
जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपं सुरादिं सुखादिं गुणेशं गणेशं जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यम्
हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर रामदूत अद्भुत बलराम
शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन
सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे
शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जान तुम उपकार सुग्रीवन कीना राम मिलाय राज पर दीना
लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हर्षि उर लाए
तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की
रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय
Hari Om, everyone. First of all, happy Family Day to everyone, to all of the mothers, to all of the fathers. And this is a very, very special day where we really pay tribute to all of you. The first thing I want to do is thank all of the parents. We want to thank all of the parents for sending all of the children to Bal Vihar and for giving us the pleasure to be with them. Every Sunday, I have the pleasure of being with some of your children, and I really enjoy being with them. And I know all of our teachers do so. So thank you for that, for giving us that opportunity.
गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा
Wow, these festivals were truly beautiful. Moving on, every day after class, we chant the Chinmaya Mission Pledge, and we all try to live by the ideology of it. Let us hear what the families of Chinmaya Mission have to say about it.
Hari Om. My name is Chandar.
I'm Radha.
I'm Neha.
Even though all the lines in the pledge are so significant, the opening line itself has a profound impact, conveying a very important message.
We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect.
It signifies the importance of togetherness and the way to treat others with love and respect.
My name is Manashita.
My name is Adishri.
And my name is Vedamshi.
The line from the pledge that we most identify with is we stand as a family, bound to each other with love and respect.
We decided to choose this line because as a family we will always love and respect each other.
Even if we may not show it at times, our love and respect for each other will be greater than anything else we have for each other. So we will always be bound together.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. The part we take away from the pledge is we stand as one family bound to each other with love and respect. Chinmaya mission is like one family, and we all learn to respect each other and be loving to one another.
Hari Om. We are the Chamban family.
I'm Sanjay.
I'm Ashwini.
Indulekha.
Sandosh.
And the line we have chosen from the Chinmaya Mission Pledge that we think that we most believe in is we stand as one family. And we picked this line because it shows what we value most, which is family and staying together.
My name is Stephanie, and one part of the pledge that my family follows is we stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. To us, this means we are four different people, but when we are together, we feel home. And we always show each other love and respect.
My family lives by the Chinmaya Mission Pledge by staying together as a family.
We feel this strengthens our relationship. We have more trust between each other.
We definitely enjoy each other's presence when we stand together.
My family identifies most with the value of love, courage, and respect in the Chinmaya Mission Pledge.
Following these values helps us become better people. We start to become happy and thankful with ourselves and our families and the world around us.
Hari Om.
We are the Sam Wallace family. We had an amazing year of learning in our classes. We pray every day for God's blessings to keep us virtuous, courageous, and wise. Hari Om and thank you.
The line we have selected from the pledge is as follows. We live honestly. The noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. I think this line is the perfect line describing the past year of COVID-19 pandemic. Our family has learned the true value of the words sacrifice and service. And I want to thank Chinmaya Mission for being part of this difficult year and helping our family understand the value of those two words. Hari Om.
Hari Om. This is Raul family. The Bolivar Chinmaya Mission Pledge helps us lead a better life. My family identifies most with the following line from the pledge. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom.
Hari Om, we are the Thakre family.
And today we would like to share our favorite line of the pledge, which goes as following. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom.
Our faith in God gives us the strength to navigate through difficult situations and make the right choices.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, this is the Panchal family.
The value from the pledge that spoke to us was to perform services by making sacrifices. The line that connects to this is we live honestly to the noble life of sacrifice and service. We chose this as a core quality because it tells us to not be selfish and help others by making sacrifices in a way that shows kindness and compassion in society.
Thank you and
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
We will now turn our attention to Lakshmi Aunty for the closing prayers.
Hari Om. Let's fold our hands together for the closing prayers. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now we will have the pledge. So please, wherever you are, please stand up and put your hand on your heart.
We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly, the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and the devotion to the people is the devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat. Thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful summer. We will see you all next year. Hari Om.
Before we close, I just want to give a big shout out to Ashish ji, Nachiketa ji, Chandar ji, Sanjay ji, Dave, whoever put the graduation videos together. They came out beautifully. So thank you for doing that. And thank you to Sandeep and Pari for being our MCs for this program. Hari Om.